Once upon a time, in the busy city of Lagos, there lived a billionaire named Duma. Though Duma had everything a man could ever want: wealth, power, and influence, he was deeply lonely. His riches brought him only false friends and women who admired his money, not his heart. Duma longed for a wife who would love him for who he truly was, not for what he owned. One day, as Duma strolled through the marketplace, disguised in a simple cloth, he overheard two women talking. "The rich always think they can buy love," one of them said. "But true love isn't for sale. It's found in small, humble places of life," the women discussed among themselves. The words struck Duma like lightning. "Oh, probably this is why I am yet to find the good woman," he thought to himself. He decided he would find a wife in the most unexpected way. Duma devised a plan. He left his grand mansion and all the comfort of his wealth behind without the knowledge of anyone knowing, not his friends nor family members. Duma posed as a humble cleaner named Musa. He got a job at one of the busiest office buildings in the city. The work was hard and dirty, but it allowed him to mingle with ordinary people, the kind who didn't care about his fortune. For weeks, Musa went about his duties quietly, mopping floors, scrubbing windows, and emptying trash bins. Most of the employees ignored him, treating him as invisible. Others even made his job even more difficult as they littered the office spaces so much more that it took Musa hours to clean up. But a few were kind. Among them was a young receptionist named Ayo. She always greeted Musa with a warm smile, and Ayo would thank Musa whenever he cleaned her desk area. Ayo wasn't like anyone Musa had met before. She was hardworking, kind-hearted, and full of dreams. She often spoke about her hope of opening a community library to help children in her village. Despite her modest earning, she saved most of her earnings to make her dreams come true. Musa admired her deeply but kept his distance, afraid his secret would be exposed. One evening, as Musa was finishing his shift, he overheard two managers gossiping about Ayo. They mocked her dream, saying, "That girl, she will never open a library. She is just a receptionist living in a fantasy world." Anger bubbled inside Musa, but he stayed silent. That night, he decided he would help Ayo achieve her dream, even if she never knew who it was. Over the next few months, Musa subtly began helping Ayo. He left small, anonymous donations in envelopes on her desk, labeled "For the Library." At first, Ayo was puzzled. Who must have sent her the donations and don't even want her to know about it? Ayo thought to herself. But she was also deeply grateful. She shared her joy with some of her colleagues and with Musa, saying, "Can you believe it? Someone is helping me to achieve my dream of building a library. It feels like a miracle," Ayo said excitedly. Musa smiled and said, "Kindness has a way of finding kind hearts." As they spent more time talking, Musa's admiration for Ayo grew, but so did his fear. How could he tell her the truth about who he really was? Would she feel betrayed? Would she reject him? A lot of thoughts ran through Musa's mind. One day, a sudden storm flooded the streets. The office building was in chaos as people rushed to leave because the flood increased even more. Musa stayed behind to help clean up the mess. As he mopped the entrance, he saw Ayo struggling with a stack of books. She was trying to save them from the rain. Let me help you, Musa said, rushing to her side. Together, they carried the books to safety, soaked with rain, but laughing. They sat under a small shelter, watching the rain pour down. You are always so kind, Musa, Ayo said, looking at him thoughtfully. Sometimes I wonder why you work as a cleaner. You are different, Ayo said with so much concern in her voice. Musa's heart pounded. Was this the moment to tell her the truth? Before he could respond, the storm eased and they parted ways. But that night, Musa knew he couldn't keep his secret much longer. The next day, as Musa prepared to confess everything, a new challenge arose. The owner of the office building, a ruthless businessman named Mr. Uduro, announced that the company would be downsizing many employees, including Musa. A lot of employees were at risk of losing their jobs. The news sent shockwaves through the staff, and Ayo was heartbroken. She had relied so much on the job, but now it seemed all hope was lost. If they fire you, what will you do? Ayo asked Musa, her eyes filled with worry. I will manage, he said, forcing a smile. But don't worry about me. Focus on your dreams, Musa said, brushing off Ayo's concerns. What Musa didn't tell Ayo was that he had already made arrangements to buy the building under his real name if Mr. Oduro went through with the layoff. Musa planned to step in and save the jobs, but revealing his identity now would ruin everything. He had to wait for the right moment, even as the pressure mounted. Days turned into weeks, and the tension in the office grew unbearable. Ayo worked tirelessly, trying to rally the staff and find solution, while Musa stayed in the background, watching her courage and determination with pride. But as the deadline for the layoff approached, Musa knew he couldn't stay in the shadows much longer. One fateful morning, Ayo confronted Mr. Oduro in front of the entire staff, demanding fairness and transparency. These people have families to feed, she said passionately. You can't just throw them out like they are nothing. We have worked for you for years. The least thing you can do is a little compensation. We are not asking for too much, Ayo said. Mr. Oduro became so furious by Ayo's words. And what will you do about it? Little receptionist? You have no power here. Musa, standing in the corner with his mop, clenched his fists. The time had come. He couldn't stay silent any longer. Taking a deep breath, Musa stepped forward. Actually, she's right, he said, his voice calm but firm. The room went silent as everyone turned to look at him. The cleaner, Mr. Oduro raised an eyebrow, clearly amused. And who are you to speak to me, you common cleaner? He yelled. Musa straightened his posture, his eyes unwavering. I'm someone who believes in fairness, and as of today, I am also the new owner of this building. The room erupted in gasps and whispers. Ayo's eyes widened in disbelief as she looked at Musa. Mr. Oduro laughed, dismissing his claim. You, the owner. Don't make me laugh. Go back to your mopping. I am serious, Musa said, pulling out a folder from his cleaning cart. He handed it to Mr. Oduro, who opened it with a frown in total disbelief. The official document inside confirmed the sale of the building to no other than Duma Holdings. Realization dawned on Mr. Oduro's face, and his arrogance crumbled. This can't be, he muttered. You are Mr. Duma? He asked. Yes. Musa said, cutting him off. My real name is Duma, and I have been working here as a cleaner to find out what kind of people run this place. Clearly, changes need to be made, Musa said with so much confidence. The staff erupted in murmurs, and Ayo's face was a mix of shock and confusion. Musa turned to her, his expression softening. Ayo, I wanted to tell you sooner, but I needed to be sure of who I could trust. You are one of the most genuine people I have ever met. Ayo's voice trembled as she asked, so you were the one behind the donation? So everything, the donation, the kindness, was all a lie? Ayo said in a state of worry and confusion. No, Musa said quickly. Everything I have done is because I believe in you. Your dreams inspired me, Ayo, and now I want to help you make them come true. Before Ayo could respond, Mr. Uduro slammed the folder shut. You think you can just come in here and take over? This isn't over, Mr. Uduro said angrily. Musa's eyes hardened. Actually, it is. Pack your things and leave. You are fired. The staff erupted in cheers as Mr. Oduro stormed out, his face red with jubilation. Musa turned back to Ayo, who was still trying to process everything. I know this is a lot to take in, he said gently, but I'd like to explain everything if you let me. Ayo hesitated, her emotions swelling in, but finally she nodded. All right, Musa. Or Duma, let's talk. They sat in the break room away from the murmurs of the staff. Musa recounted everything, his real identity, his reasons for becoming a cleaner, and his deep respect for her. Ayo listened intently, her initial shock giving way to understanding. When he finished, she looked at him and said, it's a lot to process, but I see your heart, Duma, and it's genuine. Over the following weeks, Duma worked to fulfill his promise. He not only saved the job of the staff, but also helped Ayo realize her dream. Together, they opened a community library in Ayo's village, a vibrant space where children from all over the village could learn, read, and dream. In no time, their partnership grew into something more. Ayo saw Duma even more than what he possessed. His kindness, his humility, his generosity, and Duma found in her the love he had been searching for. And so, Duma and Ayo got married in a grand style, in a beautiful ceremony, surrounded by friends, colleagues, and the community they had helped build a library. And they lived happily ever after. Thank you for listening to this story. Let us know in the comment section if you enjoy short stories like this. Like this video please and share out this video with your loved ones. Subscribe to this channel if you're not already subscribed for more interesting African folk tales. Like this video please until I come your way again with another interesting African folk tales. For now, from me, it is bye.